Your boss calls you into a meeting. They're smiling. They talk about a critical new initiative and say you're the perfect person to lead it. But as they describe the role, your stomach sinks. It's less authority, more grunt work, and miles away from your career path. Congratulations, you've just been quietly cut. In 2026, the traditional layoff is too loud. It hurts stock prices and triggers severance packages. So management has found a quieter, more toxic alternative: strategic attrition. They don't fire you, they just make your job so unbearable that you fire yourself. Quiet cutting is the corporate version of ghosting someone you're dating, but still expecting them to pay the rent. They reassign high-salaried experts to entry-level tasks, special projects with no budget, or roles that everyone knows are dead ends. It's a demotion in everything but name. Why do they do it? It's simple math. If they lay you off, they pay severance. If you quit because you're miserable, they keep the cash. It's an efficiency trap designed to thin the herd while keeping the investors happy. To them, you aren't a human, you're an expense line they're trying to erase. The most dangerous part is what I call the resume death sentence. When you're reassigned to a role that doesn't use your skills, your value starts to evaporate. 6 months of doing administrative support when you were a senior analyst makes you less hireable for your next role. They're quietly stealing your future. And the gaslighting. It's professional grade. HR calls it a cross-functional growth opportunity. Your manager calls it a stretch goal. They want you to feel grateful for a role that is designed to make you fail. If you complain, you're not a team player. If you stay silent, you're complicit in your own erasure. This takes a massive psychological toll. You go from being a key player to an outsider. You feel isolated, useless, and invisible. You start to question your own competence, wondering if you actually deserve this demotion. This is exactly what they want, for you to lose your spark so you'll leave quietly. Watch for the red flags: a sudden change in reporting lines to someone with less experience. A shift from strategic to maintenance tasks. Being offboarded from key Slack channels or meetings. If your calendar is suddenly empty, it's not because you're efficient, it's because you're being ghosted by the company. Here is the truth you need to hear: it's not you. It's the balance sheet. You didn't become inefficient overnight. Your skills didn't vanish. The company just decided that their short-term profit was worth more than your long-term sanity. Knowing this is your first step to reclaiming your power. How do you survive a quiet cut? Set human boundaries. Do the minimum required for the new role, but use every spare second of your newly freed capacity to find a company that actually values humans. If they've demoted your scope, it's time to demote your emotional investment. Find joy in the parts of yourself they can't commodify. Your hobbies, your family, your useless hour of staring at the sky. In a world that wants to turn you into a perfectly optimized compute unit, staying unproductive and happy is a revolutionary act of self-preservation. You aren't a line item to be erased. You aren't a quiet cut. You are a person with worth that exists entirely outside of a corporate spreadsheet. Stay human, stay bright. It is soul sanctum.